is 56, married, a truck driver and a farmer. He is obese, hypertensive and has type 2 diabetes. Phil loves life. He enjoys fishing, smokes, drinks beer and has poor blood glucose control.
I've had diabetes since about 1988. I had sleep apnea, and I had tests done up in Prince Alfred and they tried hormone treatment on that, and that never worked. And I went on the sleep apnea machine, and they told me there then that I could get diabetes or something. And about 2 months after that, I just felt tired and not myself, and I was informed that I had sugar. And since then, I didn't know, but I started taking tablets, and I was right up till about 3 years ago. I was wood chopping and doing everything that I should be doing, and working and for myself and everything. And the last 3 years, I've sort of gone downhill fast.
Trap for young players. The complications Phil has encountered take many, more than 8 to 10 years to develop. Phil only became aware of his symptoms in recent years, but the damage had followed years of poor control. What problems have you noticed over the last 3 years?
Oh, everything's just worn out. My feet, we had bad trouble with my feet, and that was only from, I went prawning, and the next day I loaded a truckload of hay, and I wore the same shoes and got a blister, and the one thing led to the other. It took 8 months to heal the ulcer, all up. From the time I first done it, it was 8 months.
What problems have you had apart from your foot ulcer?
Oh, just gone weak, like I could hold a bull out once, I've just gone weak, and not only that, I've shrunk my eyes. My eyes are playing up now. I've got problems with that.
Have you needed laser treatment for your eyes?
Yes, we had laser treatment. I've had laser treatment on both eyes now for about the last 18 months. I forget how many shots we've had, but I think it was up in the 2,000 range, somewhere there. We've got to go back and get more done, I think, shortly. And my blood vessels just burst there recently, which is a pain. It's not seemed to be going away. It might be going away a little bit, but it'll take a long time.
The retina. How we see. The retina receives the image of what we view through the lens of the eye, like the film in a camera. The image is then relayed to the brain, where we understand what we see. If the retina is damaged, like spots or damaged areas on a film, the image that is seen is much worse. Laser treatment can slow things down, but isn't perfect. Permanently impaired vision may be the result of poor control. How's your sex life?
Oh, it's useless.
How long has that been a problem?
Oh, probably 3 years.
How much beer do you drink?
Oh, I'd probably go through, hot weather, I'd go through probably a carton a week. I might, hot day, if I'm sweating, I'll come in and I might knock a 6-pack off. And I might go for a week then without having any. It just depends on what I'm doing.
What happens to your blood glucose level when you drink?
Yeah, funny thing, I found that if you do it straight after it, like your blood sugar will come down. And then the next day or morning, it's up. But if you do it by your sort of nearly pissed, like it'll come down, but the next day it's up. And then it takes a while to get it back down again. It takes probably another day to get it back down to where it should be.
Do you know how much food value there is in beer?
Yeah, I've known about the beer and the calories, and yeah, thirst is a problem.
Educational opportunity. Alcohol. 1. Energy content of alcoholic drinks. Educational opportunity. Alcohol. 2. Short, medium and long-term effects of alcohol. Educational opportunity. Alcohol. What is dead in bed? Rare, but once is too much. Educational opportunity. Alcohol. 3. What can we do about the problem of thirsty? When you first developed diabetes, even with diabetes education, did you understand what might go wrong?
Oh, no, probably years ago when I first got it, it never registered me on what I was actually doing or nothing. But no, definitely now I realise that what damage it has, but it's taken bloody near 20 years to find out. What I think the education of the whole thing is the thing of getting it to sink into your head, because it's not like a sore, it doesn't hurt, and you don't feel it until it's too late, The things just happen and disappear, and getting that knowledge sunk into your head when you're perfectly fit and running around working and doing everything, it just doesn't add up,
How do you think we can better help people understand the importance of looking after their diabetes?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. That's the beauty. That's the one I've been kicking myself for all along. Getting people to realise that what happens, maybe if they talk to more people that's had it, and find out their problems, and that will might sink into them. I just think that was the biggest problem I've had all through, is not realising that it does hurt. It's not like a sore in the leg where you're touching it hurts, you don't feel anything, and then all of a sudden nothing works. It's a bastard of a thing. I don't know what you can do.
Phil has just seen a film showing aspects of diabetes, including his own foot ulcer and dialysis. What do you think of it?
Well, I've just looked at some interesting stuff. It's stuff that I can relate to. It's happened to me, except for the dialysis machine. And it's, very interesting. And I think it's a good thing to show people so they get the idea of what can happen, because you don't, when all the doctors in the world can tell you these things and there's nothing wrong with you, you think, they don't believe it. You sort of only half believe it. But when you see actual people that's got feet missing and and things like that, and an dialysis machine, and well, it might sink in a bit better. I think it might have with me. I knew a little bit about it through my grandparents, but not in-laws, but it never sunk in until it sort of happened to myself. So it was somehow or other, I think seeing that and seeing different people telling you about it is a good thing.
Did seeing your foot help you better appreciate some of the potential problems in diabetes?
Mainly that, and the analysis machine. Well, that's scary enough within itself.
What was scary about seeing the dialysis machine?
Well, thinking that you're doing the job that your kidneys should be doing, and pumping it all through a machine. It's getting a bit artificial, isn't it? It's not the way it's supposed to be done.
Do you think that understanding the potential problems will help motivate you to take a more active role in controlling your diabetes?
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll help. Yeah, get me on the track a bit better. Yeah.
What changes would you make at this point?
Well, probably give the smoking up for number one. And probably eat less tucker. I don't think I'd bother changing my diet. I think my diet's right, just I enjoy it too much. I think that'd be the two main things probably.
Progress. Phil kept smoking and predictably had a small stroke 12 months after this was filmed. He recovered well and is back on nicotine patches. The challenge. How to help Phil, who is an intelligent and hard-working member of the community, avoid sudden death or a stroke or a heart attack, or gangrene and amputation, or severe visual loss, or living out his life on dialysis? What about his quality of life? What about his ability to work? What about his family? Further progress, during final editing, Phil scalded his foot badly with hot water because of lack of sensation, and surrendered his heavy rigid driving licence because of deteriorating vision. We are not winning. Take-home message. The complications of poorly controlled diabetes can be relentless and impact on your quality of life. Good control can minimise this.